As you can see, today we're going to be celebrating Valentine's Day a little early. We're going to be giving you some great innovative ideas at the end of the show about things that you can incorporate as Valentine's gifts. However, first we're going to talk about Dr. Diane Meyer's dream and how she has put together some things in her office that she has that are very unique to the Downers Grove area and all of our viewing areas. We're going to be talking to her about her dentistry membership, as well as the other ladies that are in her office, an esthetician, and Smita, who's another lady who has all kinds of innovative things that she can do that I've experienced. And when I couldn't even walk because my knees hurt so bad, she used her laser on me, and I was out dancing. So there's a lot of things that you're going to learn about that you haven't heard about before. So Dr. Meyer, thank you for joining us and bringing your associates along. So you want to explain to us a little bit about what they do?
Well, as an adjunct to all total health, because that's what we're about, in addition to just doing the dentistry, removing dental toxins is my area of expertise, but removing the toxins from the body is both MJ's and Smita's job as far as utilizing their individual skills. MJ, being the esthetician, can topically remove toxins, and Smita with her biofeedback. She can work with all different types of, I'm going to let you talk about your biofeedback.
Sure. I have the biofeedback. It's computerized software program. Basically, it's a diagnostic tool. It finds out all the imbalances from the body, deficiency, toxicity, emotional issue. And the best part is whatever, the people have major issue, I find it more stress, emotion, that. So I make the homeopathy, which is park flower, essences, different kind of emotions, which helps them to take the load up from the adrenals. They feel very instantly calm and energizing, and plus it has different programs too, which helps to balance their whole system.
Mm-hmm. You also do some muscle testing, and if people don't know what that is, it's when they hold you hold a compound in your hand, and then she has you go against her arm. But she laughed like crazy when she did me because I was fighting for the things I wanted to eat, even though they weren't good for me. I was fighting her arm. And she's small but mighty, but I was fighting her. But that biofeedback, now you've experienced that, Diane. What did you feel when you experienced the biofeedback?
Well, depending on what the session is, if we're looking at the session and we're looking specifically for nutritional deficiencies, you don't really experience anything. The machine reads the body, energetically reads the body, and then goes to the machine, and the machine will decipher through if it's an amino acid, enzyme, coenzyme, whatever is missing, and then she can advise accordingly, like you need more CoQ10, you need oil pulling, for instance, which is one of the products here today. Mm-hmm. The health benefits of the getting the frequencies, so what she was explaining, then you can have the frequencies put back in. So say your adrenals are running really low, and if you think about, we're just nothing but a balloon full of electrons and energy, so the machine's designed then to put the energy back in to that particular organ system that's deficient. So we utilize that pre and post-op surgically. That really helps to calm the member down and get them ready and prepared for surgery. Most people going into surgery are immunocompromised, and so we're trying to get them boosted up so that they can handle the dental part.
Mm-hmm. Well, you also do acupuncture.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, because I've had that from you too. Mm-hmm. And that does take some pain away and releases tension as well.
Yeah, and it's not only for pain, because you're balancing yin and yang. People have a deficiency. Some people have excess. Some people are cold. Some people are extreme hot. So the looking at the tongue, the pulses, and intake all the information, you are kind of completely balancing. Because what happens, the major issue people have it emotional stress. The stress causes deficiency and then stagnation. So basically, when there is a lot of stagnation, so then that stagnation environment, the pathogen, the microbe, they grow on that. So you're working on balancing the yin and yang, strengthening your kidney, and overall, because it kind of Western, if you look at it, Western science, it releases the endorphin. neurotransmitters, which is like GABA, serotonin, dopamine. So that's why it helps for the pain, because you are releasing the neurotransmitters, so you feel good. And then I do acupuncture with the needles, and I have something else. It's called PEMF. So the PEMF mat is basically, it's a whole body. It's 75 trillion cells. It charges, and then the probe has a different kind of frequency. So without needles, you are balancing the whole system, because people have pain. The points you'll find, so it's so much stagnation.
Well, you talked about the cell membrane and having that mat so that the cell membrane can absorb
the nutrients, release the
yeah.
waste, and absorb the nutrients or food, whatever it is. Because what happens, the stress, trauma, all those things causes the low voltage. That's why, like adrenal fatigue. People have high, low cortisol level. When there is a not proper cortisol level, people have inflammation, lot of inflammation and allergy issue. Through biofeedback, I'm always finding allergy. People have good food allergy besides wheat and soy and sugar. Good food allergy, because
well, the cortisol level, you can't lose weight either when your cortisol level is high.
So it does a lot of things.
We found out I could only eat eggs. But I think as you get better, then you can start incorporating things
because
again, right?
that mat PEMF, it just recharges, and it alkalines your body, it oxygenates and harmonizing. So it's not only just recharging the cells. I mean, of course the cells, because healthy cells has a 75 millivolt charge, and people have a lot of chronic issue, so they don't have enough voltage. So that increases the voltage, and then there is a pillow, so you put it on the back, so it balances sympathetic, parasympathetic nervous system too. So it's very calming, rejuvenating, and you are doing balancing acupuncture points. So it's like I see a lot of good result with that. Everybody loves it, So a lot of, and I don't treat
including
everybody.
You.
Yeah, all of us. I don't crick.
So, and I look at it, everybody individual. Some people will, like for you, laser, yes, for pain, it works. Majority, yes, for pain, burns, injury.
Well, I've often said on this show that I've had, some problems with injuries in both of my knees at different times. And Dr. Kufis has done things that have helped where I could actually get off of crutches and stuff like that. And that laser has helped tremendously with decreasing some of the inflammation. Right.
And plus it's the cells, because when there is an injury, there is acid also. So this sends the ATP to the mitochondria, so that they get full charge then. And then plus it does microcirculation, and that's why you feel
immediately. You want to hold that up and
good.
show
Sure,
what it does.
And it has the far infrared and ultraviolet also, and frequency. I don't know, so that the light has a healing frequency, and plus the different kind of frequency it's programmed. So it is really good for pain, for inflammation. So it does a lot of, and it does very fast.
Anything.
You don't feel it, and it does work very fast. People get up, and you don't need that long also, like 6 minutes, something like that.
Well, you've used that on my lower back too.
Yeah. So yeah, because basically people have inflammation. When there is a pain, there is an inflammation. So it takes
even if
inflammation.
there's no pain, sometimes it's just stiffness or inability to move as well.
Right. I use it on adrenal glands. People have low energy fatigue, so it gives the boost to the adrenal glands. Because the cells no charge. So it's re-energizing the ATP giving to the cells. So yeah, it works very well.
Mary, have you tried that? I don't think that's probably not one of the things you did, right?
I tried it once, I believe, did I?
You tried PEMF?
Maybe. Yeah, PEMF.
And the Rife machine.
Yeah, on the Rife machine.
Yeah.
So the PEMF stands for pulsed electromagnetic frequency. Once again, we're just a ball of electrons, and with the electromagnetic field of the Earth decreasing, we find that we as humans need to get supercharged, because we're not getting from our Earth atmosphere anymore the amount of recharging that our battery needs, if you think we're just a battery. So a lot of these tools are simply to wake the cells up. What it does is it wakes up the electron cloud around the cell, so that the cell can then like
Absorb.
knows what to do. So then it's supercharged. It's like the theory behind antioxidants. You know, you have too many positives running around, so you take things that will give you electrons, which is vitamin C. There's a lot of different things out there that'll do it, but the thing is it's all about the electrons. We're just deficient in electrons, so a lot of these devices simply give the body the charge that it needs, and the mat is great because you can do the whole body. And then, as she was saying, that she can just go to the acupressure point using the pulsed electromagnetic frequency and wake up that meridian without a needle. Because the needles, I mean, that's unpleasant. I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Well, I did not find it to be unpleasant.
No?
I mean,
No.
Means some
They're
people,
tiny needles.
Some people are afraid of it, but majority they are fine, you know. But yeah, you know, because the PEMF, it works very well. Like, you know, Dr. Meyer, she says, you know, because another thing is we are bombarded with electromagnetic, which is dirty, bad electricity, and cell phone, TV, computer, microwave. So that's why this is this puts in your body, which is, and our body also, our body, our cells, our tissue, all that has a different frequency, vibrates, which is the similar like a earth frequency, 7.83 to 30 hertz, you know, and that's why you feel so good. So it's so there are differences. Yeah, static, which is not good, but this it has a healing effect, you know. So
Well, you know what made a believer out of me when I was doing a show one time and I was hearing an extra voice besides the guests, and I couldn't figure out what this other conversation was. And I found out that one of the men had a titanium implant in his knee, and it was picking up a radio station at the same time. So I said, we do get messages from other places, so it does help to do all this. So, I mean, it's a great stress reliever for people who have, you know, stressful businesses and stressful surgeries and different things. And Mary, what was your experience with what you did do?
Wonderful. I've had, like Smita said, I had the Rife machine, and
Tell us about the Rife machine.
well, the Rife machine, maybe Smita could do a better job of saying.
Yeah, it has a different frequency. Dr. Ryle Rife, 1930, he invented, basically he found the right frequency for right bacteria, right viruses. So when you find when you have the right frequency, so you are canceling out that frequency, and that's why you feel good. So basically based on frequency. So you're killing the microorganism. Everybody has that major issue, the bacteria, the pathogen, the bacteria, viruses, fungus, and which has a low, you know, more acid system, you know. So yes, definitely. Of course, I go through the diet, you know, alkaline diet, you know, and then the Rife machine, because they need, a lot of people have chronic issue, degenerative issues. So the Rife machine really works, you know, because you are killing the microorganism, and at the same time you are detoxifying also, which is detoxification means your lymphatic, liver, kidney, you are stimulating. When you are stimulation, because people, you know, they don't have enough charge, you know, so if you stimulate then it helps to
Eliminate
the toxins. You
Yeah,
know.
the lungs too, because the lungs have to get rid of
Yeah,
things
and
too.
the pathogen, it carries, you know, we don't see it, but they, you know, they hide it, like, you know, joints, liver, gallbladder, some small area.
They get hungry.
And they
want
eat
bad
your
foods.
food, yes. So they just thrive
They force you
on
to eat that
You
stuff.
know, so that's a major cause, you know, you know, emotion, definitely, the diet and the microorganism, those, you know, pathogen, you know, and that's why people feel good. People have cold, headache, pain, diabetes, whatever issue, you know, everything, you know.
Yeah, I found that out when I went on the really healthy diet for 2 weeks, and then those things wanted to eat bad stuff.
That's
like
candida.
ice cream and
Candida
cake
makes
and
you
everything.
crave sugars.
Yes.
I was most recently interested, and I was sharing with Smita some research that I had done on the hazards of grains and nuts, actually, being covered in mycotoxins. So basically mold. So they said that there's really no way that you can prevent it. So a lot of these people that are gluten sensitive or maybe can't handle the grains, I said for her, I said, why don't you take it a step further and see if it's not mycotoxins that are, you know, getting into the system, the mold that gets into the system.
So how did you say we can avoid that? Did you say we could soak them or clean them or something?
They said there's absolutely nothing you can do. Just don't eat it. Just don't eat the grains.
Don't eat grains?
Don't eat grains. And
Yeah,
don't
and
eat,
especially some things like some food, you know, especially peanuts. Peanuts has a mold.
Well, a lot of people are allergic to those.
Cantaloupe.
and it might not be an allergy. It might be the mold. Is what
Yeah.
what I'm trying to dig a little deeper. You know, because that stays in you. Then it's like, you know, that's like candida. That's like a virus. That's like and then it stays in you. One of my best friend in college died from a fungal infection in her lungs. One of my other girlfriends she sells homes, went into a house, was infested with mold. She was in the hospital for 3 months and nearly died. So mold is very, very dangerous, and I never thought of it on food, except food that you look in the fridge, and I mean, it's fuzzy, and then you're like, okay, I got to throw this out. I mean, but I never thought about it already being on the products that we're consuming, just because it's
Well, if it
the way
wasn't
it
there
is
to begin with,
stored.
it wouldn't grow. It has to be there to begin with to grow. So like you're
So-
saying, then you see it eventually, but it's been there the whole time.
Right.
And the best thing is to eat fruits, vegetables, and seeds, and not, you know, the grain. Especially, I find people are allergic to. I mean, wheat is the major, definitely.
What
but
is?
Wheat.
Wheat. The best thing to eat the fruits, vegetables, raw, especially, you know, raw smoothies, raw vegetables, raw, you know, everything. So you're not cooking that much, and then you're getting all the nutrients.
I know you spend a lot of time cooking, and we're all going to move in with you so we can eat healthy. She makes cashew shakes and everything else, right?
Yeah, well, we're learning now, and we're putting together as part of our protocol to help clients out, because when we're telling them, I mean, I have always said, just for curing tooth decay, the first thing I take them off all grains and all sugars, and that includes fruit sugars, and even syrup at that time. I do allow honey, but you know, having a little cookbook go-to. So like, you know, I made you know, grain-free pancakes with agave nectar and almond flour and flaxseed flour. You know, so if they show up, they're okay with almonds, and we can find that they're not from a moldy source. Then, you know, then that's something. But the seeds generally don't have that problem. At least I haven't seen it in the research. So, and beans, garbanzo beans, you can cook with any kind of bean, and you know, turn it into a flour and use that flour instead.
You know, there's a place called the Republic of Bean. I think that's the name of it, on the East Coast, that has every different kind of flavor bean you could think of. The only problem is, like, you have to soak them overnight or something, so, you know, you do have to...
Yeah, you got to get rid of the phytic acid.
Soak it and sprout it. If you could sprout it, because sprouting, you are getting much more higher nutrients, you know. So, yeah, definitely it's sprouting.
Okay, we're going to have to get to some of these Valentine gifts here.
Okay.
So what should we start with here, Diane? Pulling oil, because you as a dentist, now this pulling oil has 3 different things in it. We have both a travel one, a little travel one, and a bottle. And I never heard of pulling oil before, but as a dentist, tell us about this pulling oil.
Well, oil pulling goes back thousands of years as a treatment for helping to detoxify the body, and it also does as a cider, whiten teeth. So we generally recommend it in the office for I should say generally, we recommend it in the office for everyone, because it will help to keep the mouth clean. And this particular brand contains coconut oil, sesame oil, and peppermint.
Peppermint oil, which they say is unique to this, right?
No,
No?
What's unique about this product is their proprietary blend of the 3. There's 3 oils. I missed one. Coconut, sesame, sunflower.
Sunflower
And so whatever their
peppermint.
Their ratios are, that's what's the proprietary blend of that.
So they say it pulls the works to rid the body of toxins that build up from poor diet, environmental factors, sedentary and stressful lifestyles, and lack of hydration. This gets dumped into your mouth through the salivary glands, and the pulling oil, which is swished for several minutes and discarded, takes them out. Cleaner, whiter teeth. Now, see, I didn't know that they also made whiter teeth. That's interesting. So you've done this before. You've,
Yeah, we suggest this. We use just, we recommend just, you know, coconut oil, but this is the first time I'm being introduced to this, so
this is
I'll check it out.
Guru Nanda pulling oil. Gurunanda pulling oil. If you've never pulled before, you start with a smaller amount and swish it for a minute or two, and then they say to work up to like 15 minutes.
Right. We go up to 20.
And you can detox with
And
this.
the thing
So
is
it's
with
interesting.
coconut oil is you cannot spit when that is very toxic when it comes out of your mouth. So we recommend you put it in the waste bin, not into your sink because it might take the porcelain off.
Oh, really?
It's really toxic. Yeah, it really pulls out the toxins from the body. And they happen to have this one too, which is
The
a
travel.
convenient travel, so that's nice, so you're not taking the big bottle. Now, I don't know what they did to the coconut oil to get it to be a liquid, but another problem is with septic systems, you can't spit it in the toilet because coconut oil is a liquid in your mouth, you know, it melts in your mouth, but then it's going to solidify, so it'll clog your pipes.
So that's a good thing to know. But this is very interesting. I did try it for 2 minutes because I've never done it before, so I did the 2-minute thing. It was interesting. Very interesting. Okay, this is the Arctic Freeze, and this is pretty interesting too. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. This is the cold wrap. Have you ever seen one of these before? And this avoids the necessity of ice. So they say it provides instant cooling relief for up to 3 hours with the dual action cold compression therapy to treat aches and pains by active adults. It enables active recovery. Unlike ice, it conforms to the body and does not inhibit movement. So what do you think
I'll
of that?
take 2.
Actually, they've got it sealed, so I'm not going to open this up and ruin it because we might need it at any given moment here.
Does it maintain it?
It's suitable for minor aches, sprains, repetitive motion injuries, arthritis, bruises, and muscle cramps. Made of cotton and lycra. Water to stabilize the ingredients, an emollient for adhesion, 2 preservatives to aid in the reuse of the product, and resin that generates a gel coating. So again, hold this up. It's called Arctic Ease Instant Cold Wrap. Arctic Ease, break free from ice therapy. It's unique.
Yeah, it
'cause
is.
A lot of people, you know, it hurts a lot when you have an injury to put an ice pack on it.
Oh, yeah.
I know, because I've had a few.
My son would fill up a bucket of ice water and just put his legs in there.
Okay, have you all seen these? These are the Swagger Tag, a new, stronger, customizable ID tag for your sports bag, your backpack, your luggage, totes, bicycles, electronics, cases, golf bag, pet gear, tack. And you said to put it on your husband if he has Alzheimer's.
It's a name tag.
It's a name tag, Swagger Tags. Personalize your gear.
Yeah, you can
Put your picture in them.
Yeah, you can personalize it. So, you know, your luggage is coming down the around, and you'll be able to pick yours out.
Here's something else. Vera Essence, 100% perfume, pure perfume. And Vera made this because she wasn't feeling well for a long time, and she decided that she had to make something that you could use as an essence of perfume and still not have all of the different things in it that they put in other perfumes. So this one in particular it's chemical-free, toxin-free, gluten-free, alcohol-free, and cruelty-free. So Vera Essence, and they come out of Malibu, California. Lucky people. I love Malibu. Duke's Restaurant in Malibu. Okay, I'm
To
going
be
to
specific.
yeah. Scratched, a mystery by J.J. Partridge. I have not read this yet, but it captures Providence's unique character where wheeling and dealing is the form of government and citizenry tolerate rogue politicians as long as things go right. Chicago story, right?
I was going to say.
Okay, you talked about coconut oil. This is the Capri Clear. We've mentioned this before. This is all natural moisture for dry, sensitive skin, stretch marks, and scars. It can be sprayed on. It's lightweight, non-greasy, soothing, quick absorbing, convenient spray, hypoallergenic, and natural. Good for your face, dry skin, scars, hair, whatever. I'm going to say one more thing, and Mary, you better be ready because you're going to have like a minute to tell your other 2 things. We were running out of time, which is why I didn't ask you all for your comments on these. This is the phone soap solution. It's a UV light that actually cleans your phone. UV sanitizer, and there's a little charger inside, which you can have an adapter to change the charger if it doesn't fit your phone. Charges any phone, fits any phone, even the larger ones. Actually, you can put little instruments and things in here too. So you can see all the germs that you normally have on your phone, and this is called phone soap. Okay, Mary, the book and the facials.
Well, these are hydrating facial masks. There's 4 different kinds, depending on what you want to treat. They're user-friendly, so you can use them at home. I love them.
What are they for, though? One's an antioxidant, one's collagen?
One is for collagen, one's antioxidant.
Maybe I can take them out and let them see them while you tell us about that book. This is, by the way, by Wilma Schumann, S-C-H-U-M-A-N-N, European Skincare, something for at home. If you can't get to Mary to have one of her great facials and facial massages and antitoxin, anti-everything, go ahead, Mary.
Anti-aging. This book is called I Breathe My Own Breath, and it invites children of all ages to discover they're one of a kind. Nobody does it like me. First breath. This breath celebrates self-distinction and inspires thriving. It is the seed from which giants are born.
There's a lot of pictures in it.
Yeah, it's interactive, and it's good for parents and educators. So.
It's great because people have to be individuals.
Yes.
They try to keep grouping kids into,
And look at this. This
spots.
is beautiful artistry in here too. Mom and Dad's breath, which are different night and day. I breathe. Actually, this is a Chicago writer that did this book too, Kathleen Arahani, and illustrated by Ann Boyd. So we're always looking for nice books for the kids. And I want to show you this. This is what this looks like when it comes in the pack. And Mary, you've used some of these on me, and you've been able to reuse them. And I think you've used some at home too, this Wilma Schumann face mask. You just put it on. But what you do is actually use some machinery to actually infuse it more, right? What's that called?
Ultrasound.
Uh-huh.
And that electric thing.
Yes.
The microdermabrasion?
The skin scrubber, ultrasonic skin scrubber machine.
Skin scrubber, okay.
So if you're looking for unique things for Valentine's Day, here it is. Or you can make an appointment through Holistic Dentistry. Is that, now you have a website.
HolisticDentistIllinois.com.
That's HolisticDentistIllinois.com.
Correct.
Or you can look up Dr. Diane Meyer, dentist, and you can see on her website that there are different links for the services in her office, which are Smita and Mary. So we're out of time. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.